few years back, I backed a Kickstarter with my friend Ellie, who runs Overall. I'll put a link down in the description to her amazing denim stuff that she makes. But anyway, part of the Kickstarter was we got this lovely denim, which I have had sitting in my stash, and I've decided now is the time to make it up. So I was going to show how I'm going to wash out the denim. So obviously I'm taking it out of the paper. Sorry if it's a little echoey, I am in the communal laundry again. So this is the denim. It's super beautiful. It's a really lovely color. I think it's an all organic cotton, so it's got a nice, lovely, soft sort of hand feel to it. Normally I don't pre-wash denim if it's a full indigo denim, because I don't want the color to streak or mark, and I like the way it wears in. Because this one isn't a dark indigo, I am going to pre-wash it. It's going to be super simple. I'm going to turn off the recording and sound in a sec because it's going to get really noisy. But I'm just going to wash out the sink because it's got a little bit of dirt left in it from the last person. And then I'm going to come back with a sink and show you how I'm going to do it. So I've got some water in the sink. I've added a touch of warm water, like it's still, easily put my hand in it. It's not too hot. Because our washing machines here do unfortunately always use hot water to wash in, so I want to make sure it's treated for that. I've got my fabric all kind of not all folded up, all kind of scrunched instead. So I'm going to scrunch it in, get it nice and wet by soaking it through. And once I've got it in, I'm going to pull it apart so that all of the creases sort of evenly get wet. So one of the reasons I don't like putting denim into the washing machine to pre-wash it is that you will quite often get it stuck to the barrel, and you'll get like lines down the face of the fabric, and it never comes out. Very occasionally it may lighten as the rest of the indigo kind of wears out, but not really. So I would always pre-wash my denim. If it was a very dark, like true indigo dye, I wouldn't pre-wash it. I would make allowances in my pattern and then treat it as a non-washed garment. And if I was doing that, I would do the proper denim thing of only spot cleaning, and when it gets a bit stinky, I would pop it in the freezer in a plastic bag, leave it for a couple of days, pull it out, and it's basically freeze-dried clean. Which I know not everyone is into. It depends how much you love the wearing in look of your denim and how official you are about your denim wearing. If you're just wearing everyday clothes, seriously, putting it through the wash is no problems. Okay, so as you can see, this has gone nice and evenly dark. I don't think there's much colour to the water at all. It's ever so faintly blue. If you can see that my fingertips are slightly blue. It is also cold, but not quite that cold. So because it's a little blue, I'm going to leave it soaking for just a couple of minutes, maybe like 5. And then once it's done, I will come back and show you just how I scrunch out some of the water, and then I'm going to hang it up outside and basically let it drip dry. I'm lucky I have outside washing lines to allow that to happen, and I don't have to use a dryer. Okay, now I'll let this sit for a bit, and then I'm going to come on back. Okay, I am going to quickly try and wrap this up before the cleaners come in to clean the space. It's been sitting in for a couple of minutes. You'll see the water's turned marginally more blue. If I was getting lots of blue residue, I would empty the water, redo this, and keep doing that until the water runs clear, because then you know you've got the bulk of the excess colour out. So, but as it is, everything's kind of nicely wet and the colour isn't running too much. So once I've got to that point, I am going to squish the water out. I'm literally just squeezing it back against the sink, letting the bulk of the water come out, and you can see a little bit more blues coming out. If I had other fabrics I was washing out, I would normally wash out everything and leave the darkest one to last, which means that I'm not wasting this water. I can use one lot of water multiple times. Just don't put in light fabrics after you've just washed out denim unless you want everything to be a lovely tint of blue. So the same, anytime you have colors that are going to run, just start with the lightest colors, end up with the darkest ones. Okay, so that's pretty much at a good kind of amount. I can get it pushed out. I don't want to scrunch it too hard because again, I don't want to hurt the surface fibers. I'm going to carry this out to the line, peg it out, and then I can show you what it looks like out there. So here's my denim all washed out and drip drying in the sun. It's actually a winter day today, but it's nice and sunny and there's a good breeze, and as you can see I'm completely on the rooftop, so it's actually going to dry quite well. You can see the bottom edge along here is just pooling all the water and dripping down, and even though it's a bit scrunched from where I've tried to push some of the water out, there's none of those big vertical lines that you would get if you have washed denim in a washing machine and got those big drum lines on it. So hand washing is definitely an easier way to get the shrinkage out, get any of the excess dye out. If this was one like this, you cannot see the underside as clearly as you would normally do on a denim, which would be, you know, navy or indigo on one side and white on the inside. If you do have one where you can clearly see both sides, hang it in the sun so that the indigo is on the inside and the white is on the outside, because then you're not going to end up with any sun patches as well, which is a very important thing when it comes to washing out your denim. But yeah, so that's my denim all washed out. Hopefully I'll get a chance to cut it out soon and make it up, and I can show you what the finished garment's going to look like in another video. If you've got any questions about washing out fabric or how to care for your fabric or any sewing bits and pieces, just leave a comment down below and I'll add it to my list of videos that I've been preparing, and we'll have an answer out for you soon. All right, I'll see you again.